Hi everyone, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Who's all on tonight? It's a little cold here in Kansas City. Hi Beverly. Hi Carol.
Still snowing?
It kind of starts and stops.
It's not real snow. It's just like,
yeah.
It's not sticking or
Hey Teresa. Hey Kathy. Ruth, how are you tonight? Louise. Cindy. Beverly, how are you tonight? Judy. Mary, welcome to the show. Yeah. Good evening from Alaska or Kansas. Well, yeah, it depends. Hi, Jen. Hi, Karen. Well, welcome to Make It So.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Your Tuesday night entertainment.
Hi, April. How are you tonight? Well, Joan, who are we?
We are Windmill Sewing Center, Quilters HQ, and Sewing Machines Express. The websites are windmillsewingcenter.com, quiltershq.com, and qhq2.com. And we are, well, we're having a fabric sale tonight. Holiday fabrics. We've got to make room for new stuff coming in, and we don't want to carry it over to the new location, which is in progress. We were over there today. There were people working. It's all good. We're doing block number 3C, Flying Geese. So much fun. And we'll make a little portion of this and move on to the fabric sale. We have some announcements.
So, hey, Peggy. So everybody do a sound check. We'll just do a tech check and make sure how's the video and how's the sound to get us started. Hello, Tom. How are you tonight?
Good call.
Weigh in on the sound. Give us an emoji. Think one up.
Okay, so announcements. Table Runner Club. We talked about that class. March 10th from 10:30 to noon at Quilters HQ. It's $25 per class or $200 for the year. Book and kits available. That was our air conditioning. It always sounds like it's going to come through the roof. Beginning quilt piecing, April 1st through the 22nd, 10:30 to 1 at Quilters HQ, $60 for 4 classes. Beginning quilting with your walking foot, $60 for 4 classes. That's April 29th through May 20th. So ideally, you would take the beginning piecing and then finish up with beginning quilting, and you have completely finished your first quilt. Diamond Skill Builder by Quilt by Hoop Sisters. Hoop Sisters.
Nice.
I know. Got my little
What's that?
Air Jordan
3-pointer there? Or what's
Air
going
Jordan
on
moment.
back there? All right.
Yep, Hoop Sisters, April 28th. That's starting, and it's 7 classes. It's $280 from 10:30 to noon at Quilters HQ. We'll be doing show and tell here in a minute, and I'll show you that quilt too. Vicki did a really nice job on that. Let's Surge 1 is an 8-week program. That class is just going nuts because the people we're on next Saturday is our last class, and they're sad to see it end.
So we said, you know what? We should just start another one.
Yeah, so Let's Surge 2 is in the works. It'll be fun. April 2nd through May 21st, that's 8 Saturdays in a row from 10:30 to 1:30 at Quilters HQ. Awesome class. AQS Branson is coming up. This starts March 23rd. I think that's classes on the 23rd, isn't it? Or is it? Nope, it's a complete show. March 23rd through the 26th. It's at the Branson Convention Center. We will be there with Sewing Machines Express. And then right after that is the Ad Astra Quilt Shop Hop. There's 11 shops participating. And that is March 30th through April 2nd.
Hey, Kitty.
And then an announcement from the Kaw Valley Quilters Guild. They are having their quilt show, their guild show. It's at Crown Toyota of Lawrence, April 9th and 10th. Oh, 2 more. Common Threads Quilt Show, June 24th and 25th. That is, we're going to be at this one too. The Century 2 Exhibition Hall in Wichita, Kansas. And then the Ozark Peacemakers Quilt Guild Show in Springfield, Missouri is September 29th through August 21st. And we will be at that one too. We're road warriors this year.
We are. We're on the road this year.
So let's go do our show and tell, and then I can show the quote for the class.
Oh, you got them up.
So this one is in progress. This is a quilt that I am designed and I'm working on. It's Patriotic Quilt using Accuquilt, of course, and it's the 4-inch cube. These are the little stars. Aren't those cute? And then these are the
colors came out really, they match up so well.
I like this.
We were just having a blast making it.
So I might have this finished next week. Well, not finished. I'll have it pieced so that you can see kind of the finished project. I told you I was having fun with my 4-inch cube. This one is a mini version of the quilt that we're doing in the Accuquilt Club. This is another one that I designed. So the one we're doing in the club is going to be, I think, 86 by 86 inches. And this one is about 40 inches. I love wall quilts. You can just pin them up and hang them and decorate. So much fun.
Oh, the colors are amazing. I mean,
yeah. I did this in 2 colorways. I did it in a red and orange. I really like that one, but you know, I took a survey of all of the staff and they really liked the fall colors, the greens, and it's the same all the way around.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Give us a smash up the like button.
Yep, do all the cool stuff with all the buttons.
Don't forget to like and share. We do appreciate that. It's bringing you content.
So this was a Accuquilt project that we did over the holidays, and one of our staff made this one. And I really like what she did. She did pink and green fabrics. She did fussy cutting for each of these triangles. So you can kind of see really like right there. And so this used the 1.5-inch strip die. And she did a fantastic job. She did flange binding. So look how fun that is to offset that.
So how do you do flange binding?
We could do a demo on that. Okay. So bigger conversation we can have in show and tell. So she also pieced her back, and she used the cube, and she had a really good point. So she used the cube to do the crazy quilt block. And so her comment was, hey, don't waste your time doing crazy quilt blocks on the border because they're going to get cut off. Put them in the middle where everybody can see them. And last one, this is the Hoop Sisters Quilt Project. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, it's amazing.
And all of this embroidery and quilting is done on your machine. Let me turn it and see if we can get a better angle of the quilting. There we go. So this whole thing is pieced and quilted in the hoop, and it's got a pieced back. The kit is included in the class to make this quilt. So a lot of fun if you're new with your embroidery or even experienced with it. This is a class worth taking. There's a lot of skills that you'll learn in this one. And that's it for the show and tell.
Here's for the surge class, this is what they're going to be making.
This looks like a bat, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
There's a Batman movie coming out.
There is a Batman movie coming out. The guy from, what was this? Twilight. He's going to be the...
He's the Batman.
He's the bat. So it's just these little zippered pouches. Lined.
That's what they're doing on their sergers.
Yeah. With your serger. Cute, cute, cute. You cannot have enough of these bags like this.
Yeah.
I like this one. It's got little...
Yeah.
One of these days I'm actually going to take that class too, because I could use some advanced skills with my serger. Okay, let's start our block.
Oh, that's right. It's called, that little bag is actually called Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah. That's what they're calling it.
Okay, well we need some little face shapes on here so you could get out your embroider machine and embroider this before you piece it together. Makes sense now with the little ears. Everybody loves Baby Yoda. What is his name? You would know.
I don't know what his name is. Gregon or something. I don't know what his name is.
Gregon? Okay, this is on the website for you to download. The kit price is $7.99. And we're using dies number 5 and 4. So this is very similar to one that we did with
Hey, Cecilia.
flying geese, and they were all in rows, except, and I'm only going to piece this little portion right here to show you how easy these are. So I am going to cut all of it though, and so we need 16 patches of the blue and 16 patches of the red. So there's 4 shapes on your die, so you only need 4 layers.
Hey, Rita, how are you?
So I'm just going to layer this over there. There's 4, 8, and 16.
That's crazy.
We have advanced zooming capabilities.
Oh, we're
Hey, Lana, how are you?
zoomed way in because, you know, I got some gray hair going on here and some wrinkles, and nobody wants to see that.
That was a little bit of a crazy zoom, but fixed it.
Okay, there's my 16 pieces. I'm just going to set this off to the
Molly has
side.
advanced tools at her disposal now. Grogu. Thank you,
Grogu.
Stephanie. Somebody, you guys never let us down.
Yeah, I wonder.
Ruth said that everybody has a little bit of gray hair. So.
Yeah, but nobody wants to zoom in on them.
It's just the light.
And all of those pieces are done. Somebody was asking me today, the quilt that I have with the log cabins, if that was done with Accuquilt. And it's not an exaggeration when I say, if I can't make it with Accuquilt, I'm probably not going to, because I just don't have a lot of time to sew. And when I do, I don't want to be cutting. I want to be sewing my little pieces. It's great meditation to just sit there and piece after piece after piece. And you can only focus on sewing. So you're very in the moment.
You've been doing a lot of sewing.
That was my New Year's resolution.
Yeah, sticking to it.
And that's enough of those to make our first pieces. So you do need 64 patches of those. You can get 28 pieces from a width of fabric using die number 5. We're only going to cut a few. And then I'm going to piece these together on the TL18. And we're going to do those two and piece it together. Looks like we're all threaded here.
What are you sewing on there, Joan?
The TL18
By Juki?
by Juki. This
Do we have a surprise for the fans
We
tonight?
do have a surprise.
Gotta stay to, you gotta stay on to see the surprise.
And then we're going to have a conversation about...
You've had a couple phone calls.
I've talked to several people about this this week, or last week. It seems to be a recurring question, so we're going to have a little demo lecture and show you a tool. love this machine. Not on turtle today.
Yeah, you got on full speed now.
Yep. This is our floor model, and sometimes the stitch is set really big and I'm not paying attention, and so...
Rita said, giving us a new sewing machine. I might do a giveaway. There's a giveaway in my future, I feel like.
Of a sewing machine?
Yeah.
One of these?
I didn't say what. Never give away your secrets.
And my little doohickey. We're just going to press this over so we can sew on our other piece. And then your other piece, just like that, wrong side up. Am I the only one that, you know, when you're piecing these and you have a light fabric with a light pattern, that you start ironing all of these pieces and then you find like 2 or 3 that are wrong side up?
Kathy said she almost missed us. She got lost in a quilt. You're never late, Kathy.
That's a good place to be lost.
Yeah. Your happy place, right?
It is my happy place.
Hi, Jody. How are you tonight? Oh, well, thanks, Lana. I appreciate that. She drove by the store the other day. Nice parking lot.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Yep, we are excited. Progress is happening. So once you get these pieced, and just like the other block that we had, I'm going to trim this little pokey part out here. So when I'm sewing these, and I need to make sure I'm sewing in the right direction, blue goes on the bottom, so I'm just going to trim this off. So I'm going to do kind of opposite of what you would think. I'm actually going to put this part right here as my top piece of fabric.
Hey, Carla.
Because when I'm sewing, I'm going to aim for this intersection so that I have sharp points. And it's a little bit wonky, so I'm just going to straighten that out like that.
Thanks, Mrs. Cranford.
There you
You're
have
right. It is cold outside.
It is a little chilly.
She said, hello, baby, it's cold outside.
It is pretty cold. The wind's blowing too, quite a bit. And so you're going to make 16 of these units, and then your piecing instructions are right down here. You're just sewing 4 patches when you get them. I do recommend that you lay this block out when you start piecing it, because it's really easy to get these turned the wrong way. You've seen me do it a couple of times already where I go from here to here and my pieces are turned the wrong way. So piece your 16 units of this, lay it out, and do 1 seam at a time.
So we had a couple new viewers on tonight asking what you're making. So we might have came in the middle. So you can always go back and watch any of the replays on YouTube. So if you did miss something, go back and rewind. We typically start the show with the block of the week. So.
Yep. So this is a quilt that I designed. It's made with Accuquilt. I do include rotary cutting instructions in your pattern. The pattern is free to download while we're doing the sew along. Once the sew along's done, we'll leave it up there for a few weeks and then take it down and then bundle it, put it all together, and then sell the pattern. So we are on it's row 3C. So there's 4x4, there's 16-inch blocks. this is just a really easy patriotic quilt. We'll have it done right about the time of Memorial Day, maybe a little bit after. So for perfect timing for this quilt. And so there is a link on the website. If you go to quiltershq.com, up on the very top, there's a place where you can go to download all of the patterns that we've already done. We are going to be having a fabric sale tonight, so if you've not shopped with us before and you're new, on that same page, right up at the top, there's a place to register for Make It So, and if you claim anything tonight, we will ship you and email you an invoice. Please also let us know whether or not you want to pick it up or have it shipped. Shipping is $5.99 for orders under $75. Over $75, it's free. And so once you get that email, you can pay with a credit card or PayPal, and we will ship it out to you. Okay. Any other questions?
I didn't see any, did you?
Okay. So I'd like to introduce Joe Cool from Juki.
Joan, nice to see you again. After last time, I didn't think you'd let me come back.
Of course I would.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, but I've got some things I'd like to share with you tonight, if I may.
Okay.
Okay. First, little sayings I ran into over the past week that I've been visiting different retail stores, so I would like to share them with your folks.
Okay.
One is quilting fills my days, not to mention my living room and bedrooms and closets.
No doubt.
No doubt. I know this because my wife is a quilter. And she's watching today, so I promised her I'd be in my best behavior. Hi, Sally Cool. I'm in trouble already. Another one is Google. I Googled my symptoms. It turns out I need to sew more. Okay. And my favorite is, if you see me with a seam ripper, now's not the time. So, okay.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But one more thing before we talk about stress.
Okay.
Okay. Robert opened up the door for a giveaway, a free machine. So when you do your grand opening at your new location that I saw today,
Okay.
8,000 square feet.
Of retail space. Yep.
Heaven for the quilter. It'll be heaven.
Yes.
You're going to be giving away a TL18
Oh.
Nice.
to one lucky person. So Juki will give you a TL18 that Robert promised to give away in the future at the grand opening when you get the new store open. How's that?
Woohoo!
Okay.
Everybody throw up an
Yeah.
emoji.
All right.
Smash up the like button.
So,
You heard it here.
so
Great.
if
Thank
my
you
boss
very
is
much.
watching, too late. I already gave it.
No
You let the
backseat.
cat out
No
of the bag,
backing out.
guys,
It's
so-
done. It's done. We have to go forward with it now. So what do you want to talk about tonight?
Let's talk about tension headaches.
Stress. I got it. I got it.
I make a joke about this when I say tension headaches because I'm talking about sewing machine tension, not your tension on your, I don't know, kids, job, those kind. This is
Joe, Robert, and
traffic. You know, what's for
Weather.
dinner? That's never a, okay. So this is a tool I'd like to introduce you to. This is a Toa Gauge. And so this is for your front load, side load bobbins. It comes in two sizes, M and L. This uses an L bobbin. And just a point of reference, front load and side load bobbins make a beautiful stitch.
they do. It's the way the hook comes around the needle. It's just the vertical bobbin makes a great stitch.
So if you've purchased a long arm from me or a sit down long arm, you probably own one of these for it because I do strongly encourage you to get one. If you've purchased a J150 from me, I've encouraged you to get this one for your bobbin. Yep. Do you want to do the demo?
You're doing a good job. I just
Okay.
want to talk more about it a little bit.
Okay. Let me open this one up too.
Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about Juki, sorry, but as the largest manufacturer of industrial commercial machines in the world, most of all the commercial machines use a type of bobbin case that comes out, the metal bobbin case, the commercial style case. We very strongly recommend, even in the factories, that you use this gauge because your tension, and I like what Joan said to me earlier, your tension starts in the bobbin. If you have this set properly to the thread you're using, and it may be types of thread, polyester, cotton, it may be weight of thread, but thread color will affect your tension. You could have a 40 weight thread in polyester, but the dark colors are made at a higher temperature, there's more dye, they slide through your tension spring, it's with more resistance. So it's very important to start with these and then fine tune your tension with the top. It's what we do in the commercial industry, and we strongly recommend it when you can in the home market.
Well, what do you think of this test?
You mean the drop test?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That drops. Oh, so does that. I've seen people do that. They do the little.
Yeah.
So I don't like it. Does that answer your question? Now, if you want, I can throw that one on the floor too and make it. I don't want you to feel like I'm just picking on one bobbin.
No, we're in agreement.
No, I don't like the drop test. Again, with the drop test, some people just give a little, little drop, but some people let it hang. Some people give the bigger drop. So I really don't like it. With the Toa Gauge, a nice even pull. Don't yank it. You're not starting your lawnmower. Okay, and if you have an electric start, forget it. It doesn't apply. But just a nice even pull, and it will tell you what number, how many grams that's at. So it's very consistent.
That's what I don't like about that drop test is it's really inconsistent, and so you don't have a really good point of reference. If you use a gauge, and to use it, it just snaps in, just like you're snapping it into your machine. There's two little kind of dials here. You go under one, over the other, and then there's a little lever right there. So just like that. And then you just give it a steady pull. And this is our J350. It should read between 200 and 250, and it's right there at 250.
Exactly. And I might want to point out that what I have found with pre-wound bobbins that they're not plastic, they're not cardboard, just like Magna-Glide are great bobbins to use for embroidery machines. But sometimes that thread, it doesn't give you a true reading because you have that little magnet in there at the Magna-Glide if there's no cardboard or plastic cover. So on pre-wound bobbins, it's tough.
It is.
Tough, but it's still a great starting point, but I wanted to make sure people knew that on pre-wounds.
Yep. Same thing with the L-size bobbin. You do the same thing. This is set right at 200. I'm using a really light thread. I like the stitches that I'm making on this. So, once I get my machine set to where I have stitches that I like, I'm going to write down that number because anytime I'm sewing with Aerofill thread, and I like my stitches, when I change to a darker thread, I'm going to check that again and make sure that I can get to that 200 mark. And then there's a little space, a little cutout right here where you can actually take your little screwdriver and adjust that tension. Now, tiny, tiny adjustments here make big changes. So we're talking about, and it's the same thing, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. You're going, if you're under the number for your machine, you're going to tighten it. If you're over, and we're talking about like a single degree on so if you're at looking at a clock and straight up is 12 o'clock.
By the minute, adjusted by the minute, not by the half hour.
Yep. So if you do a quarter turn on this, that's a huge adjustment. So this is not like your tension on your sewing machine. Tiny adjustments here make big changes. So 1 degree or 1 minute at a time. Yes. I like that, 1 minute at a time.
And I stole that from somebody. It was not original. I don't know where I got it.
It may take you a few minutes to get your tension set for that machine. So like on our long arm quilting machine, every time we change color, we check our tension because it's that important. And with the industrial machines, this is where it's come up a couple of times. So this machine, not quite as precise as an industrial machine. This is going to be a little more forgiving for your tension, but those industrial machines like the J150, the J350, those are machined. Is that the right word? Machined to be very precise.
They are, and it's because of the speed they run at. 2,500 stitches, 2,200 stitches versus, this is a very fast home machine at 1,500.
1,500,
the other ones are very fast, so it's more it's critical, almost critical, to have that tension set as close as you can get.
Mhm.
You just
Yeah.
start at the bottom, as you said, fine tune it with the top.
Start with your tension on the bobbin on your front load and side load machines. So typically our M size are front load bobbins and side load bobbins. And then just another little pointer for you, because sometimes it happens, I get phone calls about it every once in a while. The long groove on your needle should always point towards your bobbin. So if you have a side load bobbin, your groove is going to be pointing this direction. The scarf is going to be on this side. If you have a front load, the groove is going to be down the front, scarf is in the back. So we get that. Every once in a while people put their needle in backwards.
Way backwards, yeah.
And they're like, what's that clicking noise? So it happens. Happens to all of us. I have to think about what machine I'm sitting at when I'm putting the
Well,
needle
you
in.
have quite a few to sit at and decide
Yeah.
from.
So these are really great priced. Juki gives us an amazing price on these. Our price on these are $59.99. They only work on these kind of bobbins. So if you want one of these, if you have the size L bobbin for like this machine or another machine that has the size L, like the J150, then you want to order TM1 and let us know whether or not you want to ship or pick it up. And if you have an M size bobbin, and you know the difference, then you're going to want TM3. So just for comparison, these are all over the internet for $128. So Juki gives us a really great price on these. We always keep these in stock. And if you've ever talked to me about a long arm, I have talked to you about this. So, tension headaches.
No stress anymore.
No.
Now I have another unannounced thing I'm going to say.
Okay.
Okay. One, loved your new store. I'm excited
Thank
to be
you.
part of it. But what I haven't told you and Robert and your staff is that I want to thank you. 2021, you were the largest Juki dealer in the state of Kansas.
Ooh,
So thank you, but thank your customers for the
Yes.
support, because without them, none of
Yeah.
us are going to be here. So thank
We
you
wouldn't
all.
be
I
here.
appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
And
Surprise!
thank you. That is a little bit of a surprise.
that is.
So, happy. That's happy news. Woo!
Miss Cranford had a question. Do you know the tension for Aerofill that you would set for her long arm based on the...
So, for airfill thread on the J350, so this one's going to take you a little bit of trial and effort, because I've sewn with airfill on there, and I would go closer to the 200 mark for your bobbin tension. Because what happens, because this is, unless you're using the 40 weight aerofill quilting thread that's specifically labeled quilting thread, but if you're using this thread on your J350, it's 50 weight, you're going to want to back that bobbin tension off. I would go close as you can to 200, test it out there on a scrap, and you can go even a little bit lower than that, and then adjust your top tension, loosen that up so that you're making really good stitches and, tight. You want to have that little divot in your quilting sandwich. So start there, give it a go, and just take your time. Don't get frustrated with it. Just take your time.
What's a good rule of thumb for the customer that you usually give them? If you're seeing the problem.
Oh yeah, so that is a good rule of thumb. So if you see your problem on the bottom of your fabric, your issue is on the top of your machine. 9 times out of 10, your machine is not threaded correctly, or you need a new needle. If you see the problem on the top, then odds are you got the bobbin in backwards, or it's a poorly wound bobbin. That happens sometimes too. It'll pop out of the tension disc, and you got a real spongy bobbin. Just pull it off and start with a new bobbin. So that's a good rule of thumb. If you see the issue on the bottom, or if you see the problem on the bottom, the issue is on the top of your machine. If you see it on the top, the problem is on the bottom of your machine.
Hey, Linda.
So that should take care of tension headaches. Now I have these at home too. I use them myself, and we use them in the store. I take them with me when we install machines, and this is how I set the tension. So your tension on your industrial machines is much more precise than it is on these semi-industrial home machines, just because of the speed at which it sews. So we're talking about, is it 2,500 on the J150?
Yes.
2,200 stitches per minute on the J350 compared to 1,500. So almost twice the speed as this. And that tension has to be precise. Or any other industrial machine that Juki makes as well. Thank you, Joe.
Well, I appreciate you having me here. Thank you. But I wanted to bring up your gray hair.
My gray hair?
Hi, Don.
You said a little. And what happens, I only have a little because the rest is gone.
Well, sorry.
But I'm older, so.
Age old.
Okay, so who's ready to sell some fabric?
Buy some fabric.
Buy some
We're
fabric.
selling the
We're
fabric.
selling it. You're buying it, and we have about a dozen bolts here.
You got one or two more questions
Okay.
here. Let's see. What about the TL 2010?
The TL 2010, you are going to want the TM1. So I'm using color 2615. I pretty much use it exclusively, and right now I have it set to pull at 200. So you can go above or below for the grams per, I don't know, it's like PSI per, I don't know, what's the right word? What's the right grams per?
Gram. Oh, I forgot grams. It's just it's grams of weight.
It's grams of weight. So when you pull it through, I have this one set for 200. I like the stitches that I'm getting. I sew fast, so my tension may need to be a little lower than, so when I sew on this machine, I'm flooring it and sewing 1,500 stitches per minute. And so if you sew at 600 stitches per minute, you may need to be at 210 or 220. So faster speed is less tension. I hope that doesn't confuse you. It might. But if you have this gauge, you can work through it and get the perfect tension for your machine.
Worth it.
It's worth it. It's $60. I mean, think about how much you spend on Advil.
One box nowadays, seems like.
No doubt, right? So, it's a really good tool. And one that I really like having. I don't want to do the guesswork, the drop test. To me, that's just guesswork. And it takes years of experience to get that drop test right. You can buy one of these in 20 minutes. You can set your tension perfect every time.
You wouldn't cut fabric without a ruler, right?
Right. Or scissors. I mean, we used to cut out quilts with scissors. I know you remember those days, and cardboard.
Oh, yeah.
The cereal box templates, and you would draw in ink around. Stop bringing up
we moved the rabbit ears. That's how we got the station tuned.
Go turn the antenna. Yep. So these fabrics are going to be 40% off. Somebody will have to do the math for me. $12.99, so $13.
Molly's doing the math.
Minimum 1 yard cut, and so Molly's doing the math. So I think most of them are $12.99.
$7.80 a yard.
$7.80 a yard. So I've already ordered new Christmas fabric. It's going to be here in June, July. We need to make room. We don't want to carry this with us.
You have to order so early in advance. So
this one is number 82. So comment, make it mine. Number 82. Let me know how many yards you would like. and whether or not you're going to pick up or have us shipped to you. Number 82. This is beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. Why don't we just do them all at like $7.50 a yard? Because this one is actually a little bit more.
Okay.
So let's do these all at $7.50 a yard, and somebody can take them home. This is number 83. This is a beautiful fabric. It's kind of a oatmeal color, and it's got gold metallics in it. And I have some coordinating fabric for it too. Number 83. Minimum 1 yard. And you can also say, I'll take the rest of the bolt. Here is the coordinating fabric for that one. I like this. This is number 34. Pretty small print. I mean, this doesn't have to be Christmas. This you could just use in just about anything. Has both silver and gold metallic in it. So if you have some silver metallics, this will work too. Nope, I'm wrong. It just looks like it. Only gold metallic. Happy little snowman. I'm like Bob Ross. It's a happy little snowman.
Put a happy little snowman in there.
Put a happy little snowman in every quilt you make. It could be your signature.
Yeah, everybody should have a signature in their quilt, right?
It's like Janet Sloan. She does all of the quilts, and she's a big prize winner at AQS and guild shows. She puts a sheep in every quilt that she makes.
Really?
Yep.
Can you see it, or it's like a hidden thing?
You have to look for it. It's like, where's Waldo? Where's the sheep?
Oh, do you like the find it ones?
$7.50 a yard. Comment, make it mine. Let me know how many yards you'd like, and let us know whether you want to ship or pick up. Okay, these are, they look like Thomas Kincaid cottages. Number 87. Number 87. It's like little winter seams.
What were those little find it books? You know, they were like in the doctor's office or something, Scholastic.
The I Spy books?
I don't know. You like find the hidden thing.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Somebody knows out there.
They
Hi,
used to have
Sally.
those in the schools, too. You had your like little book day.
All right, Joe, you gotta be good. Your wife's on.
Okay, there's probably 1 yard left of this one. It is number 88. So comment, make it mine, the rest of the bolt. Happy snowman in green. This is a great green.
That is a good green, and the snowman's very, they're very pronounced.
And then we have pine cone. These are bows, right? Number 39. Number 39. Let us know how many yards you like and whether or not you want to ship or pick up.
Peggy, I knew you wouldn't let me down. Highlights, hidden pictures. That's what it was.
That's it, the highlights one.
Yep.
So this one has words on it, and it's peace on earth, merry and bright, fa la 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 la.
We could probably use some of that today on 2/22 of 2022.
No doubt. It's a magical day.
It's a full house.
It's a great teal. So, I don't know when they added teal to the Christmas colors.
Joe's wife said behave. She was
She
talking
was
to
talking to
She
you.
was talking. Yeah. She probably was.
They're peas in a pod.
It's my younger brother.
Yeah, exactly. He's
Come and
way
make
out
it
of hand.
mine. So we have 3 colors in that one. Here's gray on white. This is going to be number 91. Same sayings, number 91. $7.50 a yard. Can you see the lettering? Different
She
fonts.
can zoom in a little bit on that one. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, really clear. That looks great.
So it's got Christmas. Fill each corner of your heart. May the magic of Christmas. Oh, it's may the magic of Christmas fill every corner of your heart. Number 42 is this cool little lime green. And there's plenty on this bolt, so if you wanted to make it the backing for your quilt, these are perfect fabrics for that.
And don't forget, as always, we have a giveaway tonight.
We do.
And we still have to do Thread of the Month Club.
We do. We'll stop at about 5 till. This is number 43. Looks like a picnic tablecloth.
It does.
It does. Some of these will pass for other than Christmas too, so. And, like I always say, if you don't like the fabric, you haven't cut it small enough yet. This one, there's about a yard left, so comment make it mine. The rest of the bolt, number 94. And I actually used this for a backing on a quilt. This one really looks like a picnic tablecloth.
Yeah, the traditional.
The traditional, except for the little green dots in it.
The ants won't know the difference.
The ants don't care. Christmas wreaths, number 46.
Hey, Amy, welcome to the show. Happy Tuesday to you as well.
Number 46. Comment make it mine. Let us know how many yards you want and whether or not you'd like to ship or pick up. This is a great red. This is a real true red. It's not reading blue or purple or orange. Orange. I don't...
It's more red than it is on camera.
Is it a little orange?
Mm-hmm.
It might be reading orange on camera, but it is really red. Good reds are hard to find. There's probably maybe 2 or 3 yards left on this one. Number 65, and I think this is still Moda. Moda Fabrics, number 65. So you could get a head start on your Christmas stockings.
Or you just stash it until that time. Because you got to buy.
Yep, you'll want to make one. This is the Christmas wreaths again. Holly, number 79. Number 79. This is very dainty. This is a great background for a quilt block. Giant dots. So this is...
Those are big dots.
They are big dots. This is number 71. We also have these in a couple of other colors. Number 71, comment make it mine. There's several yards on this, so if you wanted this for a backing, maybe like 6 or 7 yards on here. So you could do a big quilt. I know we don't make Christmas quilts very large, but there's probably 2 yards left of this one. Number 8. Number 8. The dots are about the size of a quarter, for reference. It's good to know.
It is good to know.
Yeah. But this could work in,
yeah.
this could work in any quilt.
Hi, Gail. Welcome to the show.
Number 62. Green on green. Same dots, same collection. Okay, we're going to make it through all of these. We got more snowmen, number 95. There's only a couple of yards on these. Maybe 3 or 4. No, maybe 3. Again, this is another great red.
This is a good red.
Yeah. Same print in green. Number 7. Number 7. Plenty of fabric for everybody to get a yard on this one. This is one of my favorites. This is probably one of my picks. There's 2 of them, and it's the same print again. This is number 77.
I think that one's my pick, too.
Your pick?
Yeah.
I like all 3 of these.
Good red.
Yeah. I really like the color that they're doing reds in this year. Okay.
Disregard Carrie's typing today. She had a couple of crowns, so she's
Oh.
she had a visit to the dentist.
Number 36. Same little Christmas trees that make squares. Actually, they're kind of rectangular. And this one is my pick. Number 97. I think I did get some of this. There's probably 3 yards left of this.
You know, I'm having a premonition that you're going to make a Christmas quilt this year.
I made one last year. Well, yeah. Last one, candy canes, number 99. I like this one too, a lot.
The green dots one, what's the number on the green dots?
Green on green or green, white on green?
Give her both.
Okay.
62 and 71.
I'll hold them both up.
All right.
$62 and $71. Okay, that was all for this week. Let's do our color of the month is 3660. This is color Bubblegum. 15% off for the month. And if you're in our thread club, it's 20% off. And then our giveaway, I've lost it. There it is. One of my favorite tools, the doohickey.
Nice.
Multi-function finger presser tool.
That is a lot.
The doohickey.
Month Bob.
So let us know what you thought of this tool too, because it's a game changer for your sewing. And we do keep these in stock. If you're local, you can come in and have a personal lesson on how to go over this. This is the TM3.
Gail said she loves her Toa Gauge.
Me too.
Bubblegum thread is gorgeous. I'm using it on a multicolored quilt right now.
Nice.
Oh, Kathy. That's the quilt she was lost in. Good job.
Nice. It's good to get lost in a quilt. I really have been enjoying, sewing. It's amazing how much my mood has improved.
So there was a specific question. Is it that tool is only used in long arm machines?
No. You can use it with this one. So you just need to make sure. So the TM1 is for size L bobbins. The TM3 is for size M bobbins. So not just for long arms. You can use it with the TL2010, the TL98, the TL2000. Am I missing one?
TL18.
TL18.
TL2020.
2020. J150.
Yes.
And then, of course, your other Juki industrial machines like the DDL 8700. I can't think of any others off the top of my head.
DDL 9000, DDL 8400. It's a bigger one for your long arm stand up and sit down.
Yep. The bigger one for your, and the, yeah, so, and there are some machines like the DNU 1541 has the M size bobbin. You know if you have an M size bobbin. So
you had a question, or maybe you can give a recommendation on the. Lady said that she has arthritis in her pointer finger. Is there another way that you kind of use the doohickey to kind of work around that?
well, you can use your thumb.
That would be, yeah.
Yeah. Just like that.
Do it again when you're done.
All right.
See your thumb.
So, just like that. So you can use your thumb instead of your, just change your grip.
Hope that helps you out, Patsy. Oh, yeah. Carrie's waiting for the sedation to wear off, and then she's gonna dodge cashews. It says so. I don't know about dodging cashews after the dinner.
I don't think the sedation is worn off yet. And if somebody's throwing cashews at you, naughty, naughty. You get a finger wag for that.
Tonight's winner is Rita Hubbard.
Rita, congratulations. Rita, if you have not shopped with us and you're new to the show, please go to quiltershq.com. Register for Make It So that we have your information to either pick up or ship it to you. So, great tool.
Yes.
Love this one. Stylus. You can use it to mark with carbon paper. So, great tool to have. Saves me from walking to my iron every so often.
Other questions for Joan and Joe tonight?
Any other questions for Joe?
Ollie's here. We would like to thank him for coming in.
Yes.
He always takes really good care of us, and we owe him a lot. He's helped us along the way, so He's been great.
He's a good guy.
Please don't stop.
He said, please don't stop.
No, we're a team.
We're partners.
A team, and we're partners. And again, I appreciate you, but your customers. Without them, we're not here. We're not here at all. We don't exist. So I appreciate them too. But thank you very much for the kind words.
Round of applause for all of you and all the support that you give us.
Yep.
And hopefully you learned something on the show. Hopefully you're entertained on your Tuesday night. Mm-hmm. And enjoy your week. Be safe. And as we always say, remember to change your needle. Check your thread path.
Yep. Save you a trip to the dentist. Oh, not dentist.
Cashews on the mind, huh?
Cashews on the... Save you a trip to the mechanic.
To the tension relief center. All right, everyone. Enjoy your night. Have a great week.